Thank you so much for staying with us. My first guest today is Mike Okiro, former Inspector General of Police and former Chairman of Police Service Commission. Perhaps in the best stead to discuss issues of tenure of the Inspector General of Police. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
So it appears the controversy over the continued stay in office of Okiro Egbetokun centers around the Police Act that guarantees 4-year tenure and the Constitution that recognizes the fact that once you're a public officer and you attend 60 years, you have to give way. Provide more perspective to this raging argument, as it were.
That controversy should not be there at all, because people know the occurrence of the police and how the police have been set backwards over the years. It's proper that such a bill should be passed, and it has been passed. I'm talking from the ground of experience. I was a police officer before I became Inspector of Police, after which, by the grace of God, I became Chairman of Police Service Commission. A police officer, by civil service rules, must retire after 35 years of service or 6 years of age, whichever comes first. So there's no controversy about it. I was an IG, and also the Chairman of the Police Service Commission. I wore the shoes. I don't know where the shoes picked me.
How long did you stay in office?
I retired when the day I was 60 years of age. I retired from the police.
No, your position as Inspector General.
6 years.
No, how long? How many years did you serve?
I think I was there for 2 years.
Was it enough for you to?
Exactly what I'm talking about
now. Develop your vision, implement it for safety and protection of life.
At all. Exactly what I want to talk about now. The Inspector of Police, area police officer knows he has to start at 5 years of service or 6 of age and has to retire. Unless something untoward happens, he goes, either by death or by whatever. But truly, he must start at 5 years or 60 years. But that is not like that. That is an endangered species in the police force. Because I was there. You have to watch 9 o'clock news every day. If you watch 9 o'clock news, I will not be retired. I go and give Thanksgiving.
So you were living with that
fear
and apprehension?
Yes. You could go any day. You can salute the priest or whoever doesn't like you, salute him, and they are removed. So the IG is an endangered species in the police force. So police are suffering for it because there's no continuity with the IG in the police. The IG has a program. After 6 months, it retires. Or 1 year or 2 years, it goes. It cannot complete the program. And I looked at it. The police were suffering because there's no continuity. What happened in the police force happened in the entire Nigeria civil service, even Nigeria political setting, even the industries in Nigeria. I wrote an article some time ago. I invented 2 words. I called it policies of assault. And people could not understand what I had to explain it in that article with an example. I say a minister of war is appointed by the president. The man feels that the road between Abuja and Lokoja is very, very crucial because that is where most of the time people come by road. So he started to build a road, dualize it. So they go into the make publication, contractors apply, that was the contract to the contractor. Halfway, the minister is removed, another minister comes. He feels Abuja Kaduna is more important than this other one. He starts it. Halfway, another minister is appointed. That is police system assault. the policy that is good to myself. If you look at it, I made a story before that article. I made a story, I found out even some projects started by Gowon were still not executed halfway. They're halfway. At that time I wrote that thing, Nigeria had 5.9 trillion worth of abandoned projects.
Jonathan also did a compilation and almost 12,000 abandoned and ongoing federal projects.
So I said, police is equally suffering because of these abandoned projects. So all my projects, one of them were abandoned when I left. So when I became Chairman of Police Service Commission, I had the benefit of hindsight. I look back. I say police have suffered over the years because of this. Even some of the projects I started were abandoned by my successor. I wrote a memo to the president. I said, let the service, the police IG be 4 years, or either 4 years appointment, or he goes the president, or go the government in power. So we have enough time to execute what is supposed to be for the Nigerian police force.
Nothing was done to that memo then.
Well, so, no, somebody came up with that issue.
Okay.
Say, if we do that, the government will go against public service rules that says an officer will retire after 5 years of service or 6 years of age. Since an IG is a public servant, therefore, he cannot go outside that rule.
There was a time under Obasanjo, he extended the tenure of an inspector general.
Extension is different from appointment. Extension is if somebody has started at 5 years or reached 60, we feel, oh, his services are still required. The service required allows that. It's extended. But there's a proviso, which are not using the police. The service rule, if your tenure is extended, you get one step down. The service rule, if you're the director, you are told you now become assistant director.
Or deputy director.
Or deputy, or whatever. You have to come a step down. But the police also, when an IG extension was given, it still remains that it does not come down to DIG. The point I'm making is that I wrote this memo to the president, one of the Chairman of the Police Service Commission. I said, the police is losing a lot. There's no continuity. So give the police IG 4 years. Or let him come in and go to the government. So he knows he has a period.
Should it apply only to the police as in the wider security sector? You have the civil defense, that's with the police, the civil policing system, the military, army, navy, air force, the paramilitary, customs, immigration. They all go at 60 years. So why should we single the police out to give them that privilege?
Well, my father will proverb. The house you live is the one you try to repair. You know where the leakage is. You can't see looking at it, you cannot know what's happening in channels.
Okay, so you're focused on the police.
I focus on where I was.
Should it be police? A security sector-wide
well, he left for others to look at it. I looked at it as a former IG and the Chairman of the Police Service Commission. I didn't look at it as the chief of army staff, whatever. I looked at it as a police officer. He left to them to look at their own and make a review to government of what to be done. I was happy that after somebody confronted me, say, Okiro, Chairman, this is wrong. If a synergies program, you are going contract to service, civil service, blah, blah, blah. I gave up. I'm happy that somebody came, dusted the thing, and took it up for someone else.
Amended the act.
And took it for someone else.
But the argument is that the Constitution is the one that should legislate on the tenure of the Inspector General. Being a creation of that same Constitution and not an act of Parliament. That's the argument out there, and that's what the courts will decide.
I beg to disagree. Because the Constitution is a grand norm. But it has branches. You have acts. You have committees. You have commissions. You have bills. To assist the Constitution. This one has not amended the Constitution. It assisted the Constitution. But the Constitution did not say that IG, Section 215 of the Constitution says, an IG be appointed from serving police officers. That's what it said.
The argument is that the argument is that the same Constitution created judicial officers judges, justices, and all that, when it was time to extend the tenure of judges, 65 for those in Supreme Court to 70, it was done via a constitutional amendment process, not an act of parliament like the case with the Police Act.
Yeah, it could be done anyhow. The property that has the property been done? Yes. What you clamor for, has it been done? Yes. What is your dream? Has it been fulfilled? Yes. The method of fulfillment is not illegal. As far as it's legal, as far as it's legal, the parliament, the National Assembly, has the right to make laws. Represent you and I. No matter come from, as far as Nigeria, live in Nigeria. You are represented by the people National Assembly. In their own wisdom, they have gone through and said, look, let us pass this bill, maybe because the bill was written by Okiro some time ago, or some other people brought a new thing, but they were convinced this time around. But when I wrote it was go to the National Assembly. Somebody just throw along the line, threw it aside. Maybe the dustbin or had the reason for throwing it aside, say that it's against civil service regulation. Okay, I said, okay, thank you very much. And I walked out. But this time they must have brought it, and the National Assembly were convinced that this is a proper thing to be done. Because police is highly negative. Police, a lot of things are going wrong. So you need to address the issues in the police force.
But in the process, the other pushback also is that it will stagnate the career progression of other officers. They will retire the juniors. Juniors will retire ahead of their senior.
I don't agree with you. Because the IG is one single person in the entire population, the tertiary Nigeria police force. If IG, not extended, appointed, if it's appointed, that doesn't make others move to where they want to move until they retire. If somebody is supposed to promote it to DIG, for example, AIG, supposed to promote to DIG, and there's vacancy. He will say, oh, wait, because IG are not gone, that vacancy will not be filled. That comes to be filled up. So that IG is there for 4 years does not stop officers from progressing. In actual fact, not even all of them will become IG. Even if IG says only one day, not all the police officers become IG. So they move according to their space. The IG, because staying for 4 years, does not stop anybody from being what God says it should be. And what's equally
Can only rise to DIG.
That will not be there forever. Yeah. The 4 years is not forever. The 4 years go, that person comes. So that person will come, maybe they want to take off from him after 4 years. And they said for another person to take off from him. The IG will not be there forever. 4 years is not an eternity.
Okay, let's take it further down. Your argument is that the chief executive officer of the police, as it were, in this case the IG, needs ample time to formulate policies, see them through, implement them before it leaves office. It's even worse with state commissioners of police. In the last 2 years, a state like Bayelsa has seen 19 or 20. So the turnover at the state level, and you were a commissioner of police in Lagos, I guess.
Yeah.
How does the rate of turnover of commissioner of police, the posting and reposting, affect efficiency and policing?
Yeah, the turnover of the police commissioners, not the commissioners, or police officers, is one that should be looked into. Also, sometimes could not be avoided. If a commissioner of police, Lagos, for example, is a commissioner of police, is due for promotion to AIG. We say because you've been Lagos.
Those ones we understand.
Because you've been Lagos for 1 year, therefore not promoted to the main until 2 years before.
We understand those ones, but moving them across states.
And also, I will tell you, if a commissioner of police in Lagos, for example, is promoted to AIG, maybe that will look for somebody who can be good to manage Lagos. So the person brought from, say, Bayelsa, for example, to Lagos. That vacancy in Lagos is better to be filled by not some other person. So that's why that movement is always there.
Okay. Now, there's something happening now. You talked about the Police Act and the Constitution applying only to the IG, that the others down, they rank from the DIGs down. Once they get to 35 years of service or 60 years, they should retire. You're aware that a few days ago, the Police Service Commission issued a notice advising senior officers who have reached any of these two criteria to begin the process of disengagement. But there was this, what appeared to be a counter from the IG saying, hold on a while. What does that mean? Is it that the conflict and supremacy contest between the Police Service Commission and the Inspector General of Police is still here with us?
There is no supremacy conflict. It's a lack of knowledge. I thank God, yours truly has gone to boot. I was IG, I was Chairman of the Police Service Commission. And I served my full term as IG, though I was one of the endangered species, by the grace of God, I served through. Some IGs, an IG was there for 6 months and he left. An IG was for 1 year. And it couldn't even settle down before we were removed. So this I fought again when I was Chairman of the Police Service Commission. I thank God also I was Chairman of the Police Service Commission. So I can talk much within human capability about the police force. Because I was here, I was there too. I was Chairman of the Police Service Commission when this issue came up, what you just asked me now, came up. Some people have sat as 5 years. And they were to retire. They went to court. Court said you not retire. The matter came to the Police Service Commission. IG retired them. They went to court. The matter came to the Police Service Commission. I found there was a mistake somewhere. I joined the police as a graduate after youth service. There are some police officers who joined the police as constables or inspectors. While in the service, they went to university, graduated. They joined us in Staff College. So in Staff College, then, there are 2 divisions. Direct entrance, so people first came direct. First entrance, those who came to the force. So
that's the cadet officers.
The cadet, we are cadet officers. First entrance, those who entered the police as constables or inspectors, so the first entrance. We are direct, we came direct from outside. So the 2 divisions were there. That what it meant that those first entrants who came in, the man who joined the police as a constable, let's say, day 2000, let me just use that example. That person joined the police as constable 4 January 2000. By 2025, he had gone to university, he had joined cadet ASP. His service served from 1st January 2000. That was our own time it was. But when this matter came up with the Police Service Commission, I found out a mistake somewhere. When they applied, when they graduated, they were asked to resign. They resigned.
So they were deemed to have left the police.
Yes, they had to resign. Then, they are not given a new appointment as cadet ASP, which was wrong. But when they were not asked to retire, they went to court. And the court gave order that they are giving fresh appointment. Therefore, they must continue. So the IG said no. I looked at it. I said, no, IG. Where be my always a court order? I told the IG this is the court order. Let's have to go and vacate it. But to me, you cannot vacate it because it's very clear. Fresh appointment, they applied. You gave them fresh appointment from 7th February 2025.
So is it the case with the present situation?
No, I'm going to lay the background before I talk about it. So I told IG, even if you appeal, you cannot succeed. Don't waste your time. Let them finish and go. So that's all. Then some other people who already retired came. I said, sorry,
what is good for the good?
I said, sorry, it don't go to court. Therefore, and you're very retired. I'm obeying court order. I should have taken these people, apart from the court fact that they've gone to court. That's what I'm taking the other. So that's what is happening now. The same matter. Those of them who after graduating, joined as constable or cop or inspector, graduated, went to police, had to resign. They resigned and give fresh appointment. So that is the issue now. They are relying on the fresh appointment. The Police Service Commission relying on the first day they were appointed. As
but is there another court order this time around?
There's none.
So, if in the absence of a court order, they should be exited from the force.
Yeah, I mean, the same people, the same court, the same people do the same court order. There are people there now. Those the court order. But what I'm saying that we should really make too much note about it because this civil service rule is still there. Somebody will exit from the force or the service, that's 5 years of service or 6 years of age. Even if you got a court order, the court order does not say you should remain forever. Okay. Once you're 60, you have to go.
Okay, let's take a look at this contribution coming via our social media platform, our X platform, and it's coming from Tom Egbela, and he says, the low morale pervading the Nigeria police force is further exacerbated by this controversial tenure issues. Seeing it happening at the topmost echelon of the force is terrible. Why must rules which are properly spelled out in our books on this not be adhered to? He asked. Well, as we round off now, you entered the police force as a citizen of Rivers State.
Definitely.
You became chairman of the Police Service Commission as a citizen.
Definitely.
As an indigene, rather, of Rivers State.
Yes.
But some few months ago, or some few weeks ago, you aspired for the office of the President General of Ohaneze, the Pan-Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization.
Worldwide.
And just as you were getting ready for the election, we started hearing the fact that, insinuations that you're not from Rivers State, that you're from Imo State. We heard about a court order that stopped you, you obeyed the court order and didn't contest. Tell us, what happened around that issue? Perhaps there are things we don't know that you know. Are you really from Rivers State or from Imo State?
Yeah, people don't understand. Let me talk about myself because I talk about Ebema, where I come from. Civil War ended in 1970, right?
Egbema is in Rivers State.
Yes. Civil War ended in 1970. Records, primary school, secondary school, that time there were no states. The states came into being after the war, when after the war ended.
It was the Eastern region
yes,
then?
Eastern region, it was Eastern region. In the University of Ibadan, which I attended, early 70s, 73, 74, I was a member of Rivers State Student Association. I was even voted in as a treasurer. I really forgot it was. When this came up, I called my friend, my colleague, Senator Andrew Chendo. I said, look, you remember we were saying of, the people I told I'm not from, you say I'm not from Rivers. I forgot that you were treasurer, I was secretary. I said, I didn't remember. I was treasurer. These people say I'm not from Rivers. They did come up to say, oh, Mike, you're not from Rivers, don't attend the meeting, don't be treasurer. I joined the police. I went for service. My records, Rivers. I joined the police. My records, Rivers. And the time I joined the police, in 1977, there was nothing like geographical spread, not like federal character, not like
merit.
Not merit. I went there on my merit. Nobody said, you're not from Rivers. After that, our father, respected father, Edwin Clark, formed South-South County Assembly. I was there. This was about 2009 or 10. After I left service, I was a member on the Rivers. Nobody stood up to say, you're not Rivers, go out. When they formed Igbo, Imobi, I used to attend the meeting.
That's the highest decision advisory body.
Yes. I used to attend the meetings, attendance on the Rivers. Nobody said, You're not from Rivers. When I now stood up to start the election, somebody from somewhere.
So you're not from Rivers,
not
because
from
the
Rivers.
position of President General was zoned to Rivers
To
State.
Rivers State. We went to Rivers State. In fact, it was me even forced to be to Rivers State. Because they called, we didn't mention names, they called 6 people. They declined. The person called me. I said, it's the turn of Rivers. They say, if they don't take it up, they pass it to Abia. I said, the turn of Rivers. He said that nobody put up in the court, they refuse to go. I said, okay, I'll go and represent them.
Till they started the other narrative.
They studied the narrative.
Okay.
Nah, they said narrative. And funny enough, people studied narrative. Was a secretary of a attend meeting. He need to write my name under Rivers.
Okay, that brings us to the very last question now. You have established the fact that you're from Rivers.
Then further.
Okay.
You ask a question which I put to keep in abeyance.
Yes.
Ebema has done misfortune from administrator, but blessing from God. Every village, every community in Ebema has oil and gas.
And it lies in the boundary between him and Rivers.
Oil and gas. So what they did, let me explain a little bit if I had the time. In Abuja.
Yes.
Ebema people were basically farmers and fishermen, but they don't farm in the town. They fish outside. So take Ebema, take Abuja as Ebema. A family in Matama has a farmland in Gwagwalada.
It happened in my village.
It goes there to
They
farm.
were moving away to farm,
Yes.
then retrieved to the...
A family in Amabuchi has a fish pond in Masaka. Like that, they'll spread like that. Now, because of oil, the federal government now feels that too much oil in Abuja should be shared between Niger and Nasarawa. So the IBB is now the boundary between Nasarawa and Niger. Now, take that question from me. That family from Matama, who has a farmland in Gwagwalada, Ebema has a wonderful tradition. If you leave that farmland, whatever, you must come back to your home for meetings, burials, marriages, and so on and so forth. Every week, every once a month. So now after this question, another company in Gwagwalada has built road, give the water in the city. So people feel comfortable in Gwagwalada than in Matama, where they don't have light, where they don't have water. Now, let me ask you a question. That man, whose family is from Matama, but born in Gwagwalada, now in Niger State, what state does he belong to? He left it to side answer. So the problem is so much, even in Abuja, farmers market is close to Ghana Street.
Okay.
So the family lives in Ghana Street. This man has his house. He has to walk 5 minutes to his house to come and eat. Now it's a different state.
So which one applies to you now?
It's Niger.
In terms of within Ebema, which one applies to you?
It don't apply to me that I was born, and I wasn't born then. I was born outside Ebema. Outside. But I'm living, my parents are living in Imo.
Perhaps you were born outside in a farm settlement,
yes.
But you belong to. Okay, good. Are you Igbo? Let me quickly add this one.
Let me explain further.
Yes, we are short for time.
Just can explain. Now, Ebema, as you were from, I say from Matama in Abuja, Masaka, local government of Nasarawa. That person say I was born in Gwagwalada, in Abuja, Suleja, local government, Niger State.
Okay, now there's this argument as to whether Ikweres, other people in Rivers State are Igbos. Are you Igbo?
I'm Igbo.
The Ikweres, are they Igbos?
They're Igbos.
So let's leave it there because of want of time. I have to thank you so much, Mike Okiro, former Inspector General of Police and former Chairman, Police Service Commission, for giving us your time.
Thank you.